Ridgeline High School Sports is a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Millville and Ridgeline High School, home of the Riverhawks, for today's boys soccer matchup between the Ridgeline Riverhawks and the Skyview Bobcats. I almost said Snow Canyon, but maybe that's because up in the distance we can see the snow on the mountains. It's a bit of a chillier day for a soccer game. One might say it's football weather, but today it's soccer weather. It's 36 degrees. My phone tells me it feels like 31 degrees. Got a bit of a chilly breeze out there. Everyone's bundled up, got their jackets on. Goalkeepers wearing the long sleeves. A lot of the players wearing the long sleeves too. But today should be a really good matchup, as I said. Skyview and Ridgeline. These are two teams that played earlier in region play, played an exciting matchup. It was broadcast here on 107.7 KLZX. We're not on 104.5, as the intro said. We're on 107.7 KLZX. We're also broadcasting live on CashValleyDaily.com. You can join us either place where we've got video stream on CashValleyDaily.com. So if you want to watch the action, you can find it there at CashValleyDaily.com. I'm Jason Walker, and as I said, good matchup. The previous matchup, as I said, was played earlier this season. A couple weeks ago, it was played in Smithfield, home of the Bobcats, and Skyview. The home team took home the win 2-0. They scored a couple of goals against the run of play, one in each half. Yasmani Reyes scored in the first half, Ezra Hawes in the second. As kind of an insurance goal to stay ahead of Ridgeline. And it was a bit of a surprise. Skyview, obviously a good team. They haven't been super consistent, but a good team. Actually, one of the best defenses in 4A. They've only allowed 10 goals all season, which actually contrasts pretty well with the Ridgeline Riverhawks, who lead. They lead Region 11 in goals scored. Skyview leads in fewest goals allowed. But so Skyview's allowed 10 goals all year. Ridgeline has scored 30. Both of those respective numbers are third in 4A overall, so neither are tops in 4A in their respective strengths. But it's a matchup against defense and offense, and, well, last time defense won. And mind you, it was at Skyview, so we're going to see if that holds up again. We'll see if defense wins the day, if defense will help Skyview advance a little closer to the region championship. And this is a game that could have some big Region 11 implications. It's a crowded race at the top right now of the Region 11 standings. Green Canyon, Ridgeline, and Mountain Crest are all tied for first. They each have a 4-2 record in region play. Mountain Crest got a pretty big win over Green Canyon last week. We actually broadcast that game as well, and you can find the replay on CashValleyDaily.com of that game where Mountain Crest won 2-0. Pretty exciting game there. But so Green Canyon, Ridgeline, Mountain Crest all tied for first. So Ridgeline in a tie for first right now. And that loss to Skyview really set them back a little bit because they've been playing really well. They beat just about everyone else in their first round of region games, the first 5 games of their region schedule. But that loss to Skyview kind of set them back. And it bolstered Skyview a little bit. So even though they beat Ridgeline, they actually only started out region play with a 2-3 record in those first 5 games where they cycled through each of the other opponents. So Skyview, they're tight. They're alone in 4th. Excuse me. They have a 3-3 record, perfectly 500. A win today wouldn't put them in first place. Depending on Green Canyon, Mountain Crest could each win their own games. They'll be playing Logan and Bear River. So it's probably not going to put Skyview into a tie for first place, but it can get them a little bit closer. Of course, for Ridgeline, the stakes are a bit higher, where losing this game probably takes them, into a place where it would be really tough to win the Region 11 title. It wouldn't lose it for them, but it would just be that much tougher for them. And so winning this game is going to be key. A little bit of revenge, against a region rival. They beat you last time in a game where Ridgeline had a ton of shots on goal. Quade Horman, the goalkeeper for Skyview, was just standing on his head the whole night and just had a spectacular game, him and the defense. So we'll see how things go tonight for Ridgeline on their home field. Should be a very exciting matchup, and we'll bring it to you. We're going to take a quick break. They're going to have the national anthem. They're going to do starting lineups, and I have the starters in front of me, so we'll announce that next. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremont is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castorlite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
And we're back here on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com. Jason Walker with you here, bringing you today's matchup between the Ridgeline Riverhawks and the Skyview Bobcats. We just finished the national anthem, and we're announcing the starting lineups. So for the home Ridgeline Riverhawks, in goal we have Diego Useshi, and then we've also got number 2, Daxon Flygar, the senior. Number 3, Bowen Hodder, the senior midfielder. Number 6, Trent Godfrey, the senior. Number 10, junior Diego Vasquez. The senior, number 11, Grady Workman. The junior, number 12, Leff Olson. Number 13, the senior, Cameron Everton. Number 14, Ryan Johnson, the senior forward. Number 15, Andrew Findley, the senior defender. Number 19, Garrett Jenkins, the senior forward, coached by Richard Alexander. For Skyview, you've got in goal Quade Horman, the senior goalkeeper. You've also got Kyle Robinson, the senior. Number 4, Alex Nielsen, the senior. Number 6, Gavin Carlson, the junior. The senior, number 7, Parker Christensen. Number 8, the junior, Michael Ludlow. The junior, number 11, Tyler Markworth. The sophomore, number 15, Ezra Hawes. The junior, number 22, Ben Taylor. The freshman, number 35, Zeke Taylor. And the sophomore, number 50, Yasmani Reyes. So those are our starters for tonight. We've put 40 minutes on the first half clock, and we're just about ready to go as they're finishing announcing the starters. I apologize. A couple of those names I know I pronounced wrong. I had them said correctly to me, and I forgot to write down exactly the pronunciations. So we'll work through that the rest of the day here. As these two teams, there's a bit of a flurry of snow. I don't think you can see it on the camera. Maybe if you look closely, you can kind of tell where there's snow, and it's coming in sideways. Kind of tells you the wind that's coming through here. And it's going to be I'm safe up here in the press box. So it's all right to me, but I know down there these guys are going to be fighting through. The players probably going to feel nice. Maybe some cold hands. This is where when I was grateful I used to play goalkeeper. And for me, I got to wear these big old gloves, and I played in some really cold, wet situations just playing intramurals. I didn't play a ton of high school ball. But played in some interesting situations, just wet and cold. And I know today it's not going to be the worst these players will ever see. They're not facing the worst of the Cache Valley cold, but still, it'll be an interesting game. And with the wind, we'll see if it affects either team. Skyview going right to left, Ridgeline going left to right, and the wind is blowing in favor of Ridgeline. It's going left to right. So we'll see if the wind impacts any of the balls. It doesn't look like it's going fast enough to overtly change trajectories, but it could alter it a little bit. Here we go, right off the kick, and the wind did kind of affect that. Skyview gets the kick as we've just barely started here. Ridgeline takes over after the kick fell short of its intended target, and Ridgeline took over. Ridgeline does send a through ball in, but Horman there to pick up the ball. He's going to try and drop kick, or no, he's going to throw it. He probably saw that wind, is like, I don't know if I can drop kick it effectively. The Skyview going to work back from their back line, but they're going to kick it out of bounds. Deflected off of Ridgeline, though. The right back trying to send that up, and it was deflected by a Ridgeline player. So they're going to get a throw in on the far sideline. Throw in, long up the far sideline. Skyview has it, building up, trying to connect a few passes, long through ball, but the defense going to easily gobble that up. Back pass to the keeper. He dumps it off to his left back, and they're going to work up from that far sideline going left to right. Ridgeline advancing it into the midfield. Pressured by Skyview, and Skyview takes possession. Skyview trying to connect some passes together. Doesn't go. Ridgeline recovers it. And now they're at their back line, trying to advance it to the midfield, and Skyview takes possession now. Now turnover in the midfield third by Skyview. Now running down the near sideline, trying to cross it in. Kind of a mix between a cross and a shot there from Ryan Johnson of Ridgeline. Ends up going kind of wide right and high of the goal. We'll go ahead and call that a shot. Who knows if that one was affected by the wind at all. We'll call that the first shot of the game. 2 minutes in. Ridgeline gains possession after the goal kick from Quaid Horman. Trying to work it into the box. Skyview pressuring, finally taps it out. Ridgeline does get a shot off from outside the box. Long, but it goes way high and may have even been a little bit wide. But nothing going there, so we'll count another shot on the counter, but not really superb opportunities for either team yet. It's playing out a little bit like that first game where Ridgeline got a lot of shots, nothing too much of substance, and Skyview just scored a couple of goals against the run of play. Now Ridgeline with possession down near the corner flag, trying to dive into the box, getting a cross in, and now it goes all the way through the box, but a Ridgeline player, he couldn't get a first touch on it. Sends it back in, header, and that'll count as a shot on goal, although it was an easy save. That was probably the first dangerous opportunity for Ridgeline. Had a dangerous cross. Nobody got a good foot on it, but Ridgeline showing some promise early. Skyview putting pressure on the Ridgeline midfield. They are going to commit a foul, though, and Ridgeline's going to get a free kick from about 10 yards inside their own, 15 yards inside of their own first half of the field. So too far to be playing a ball into the box, and the wind may have died down a little bit. They're going to play it short, though. Bowen Howder has it. Give and go. Howder has it again, trying to turn the corner on the near sideline, but going to get rushed out of bounds. Michael Ludlow on the defense there for Skyview, using the defender as his extra defender, using the sideline as an extra defender. Getting a throw in for the Bobcats. Throw in, bobbled a little bit and mishandled there, as now Skyview gives up a throw in. So Ridgeline going to have a throw in. They're about 15 yards from the end line with this throw in. Howder throws it in. Trying to find a cross. Howder has it near the corner flag. Tries to put one in, and it went over the end line. The goal, Horman caught it out of the air, but the assistant saying that also went out of bounds. And it was before Horman caught it, so just going to be a goal kick. Playing from the back line. Ridgeline putting some pressure right off the goal kick, which was played short. Now a bit of a longer pass. Skyview struggling to maintain possession, but are maintaining possession. Now going up the sideline. Long ball played forward. Yasmani Reyes was there, but the defense was closer to the ball, and they get a handle on it. Pass back to the goalkeeper. Now they build from the back again. Getting into the midfield, trying to play a long ball forward, trying to find Grady Workman, but he couldn't quite get a handle on the ball. Skyview sends a long ball forward for their forwards. Reyes on the ball, trying to find a pass. Nearly did the give and go. Kyle Robinson now sending it back to Reyes. Reyes loses it. Ridgeline defense gets it. Great job there. Trying to build from the back. Skyview putting on pressure, nearly getting a turnover in Ridgeline's defending third, but Ridgeline retains possession. Now playing it into the midfield. Ryan Johnson on the right wing. Now to Grady Workman, trying to find a long ball for Ryan Johnson again. And a through ball fails. Skyview takes possession briefly, but taken back by Ridgeline. And a foul committed by Ridgeline as they were trying to work the ball up. Trent Godfrey ends up committing the foul on one of the Skyview defenders. Ridgeline had a couple of chances where they were just trying to sprint through the Skyview defensive back line. Couldn't get there and ended up committing a foul. Snow flurries have picked back up and the wind is still there. It's going against Skyview. Their long kicks, it's kind of hard for them to get a good long kick. Although Skyview working the ball into the attacking third, trying to play a long ball through, but it's kicked out by Ridgeline. Good defense there from the center back. Now Grady Workman. Pause for a moment to let some numbers build up. Now Ridgeline trying to build an attack, working into the middle. Swallowed up by Skyview. Couple of probing attacks for Ridgeline. They've gotten probably one good chance so far. Couldn't quite capitalize on it. Ball goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Skyview thought it was theirs. Yasmani Reyes thought it was Skyview ball. Referee gives to Ridgeline. Building up into the attacking third. Trying to put a through ball for Workman. He tries to turn the corner and catch the ball, but it's going to go over the end line for a goal kick. 32:50 to go here in this first half. We're about 7 minutes in. It's 0-0 between Skyview and Ridgeline. Skyview with the goal kick. Horman plays it short. Hard to play these goal kicks long, although they are going to play a long ball from the right back. Misplayed by Ridgeline. Skyview going to try and rush forward. It's a one-man Kyle Robinson, and eventually loses the ball. He tried to be a one-man counterattack, and he couldn't get anything going. And it was basically 3-on-1, or 1-on-3. So Ridgeline recovers it. Now they build a kind of a slow-paced counterattack here. Trying to get it up to Grady Workman. He almost saves it from going out of bounds. I thought he was going to save it from going out of bounds. And now the referee, he's going to come talk to Kyle Robinson. There was a bit of a pushing and shoving after some contact when Kyle Robinson was trying to make his one-man run. And it looks like the referee kind of waited since the play continued, and it probably wasn't anything serious. He wanted to go back and have a talk with Robinson and one of the Ridgeline players that I couldn't see which one he was talking to. Just trying to say, no more of that. We don't need any extracurriculars. Throw in for Ridgeline. Grady Workman trying to work the ball into the center to get a shot off. He couldn't get one off. Now, shot just over the bar. That was number 10, Max Falslev. Or no, excuse me. Diego Vasquez. Max Falslev is on Skyview, number 10. Diego Vasquez for Ridgeline put a left-footed shot just over the top of the bar from the top of the circle on the goal box. So probably 2 solid chances for Ridgeline so far. Skyview hasn't gotten anything. And off the goal kick as the ball goes into the middle. Cal Robinson is fouled just inside his own half of the field. Skyview going to get a free kick. Skyview sets up. The wind's still blowing pretty good. I don't know if they're going to try and send this ball into the box. They're going to try. That ball hangs up there a little bit, headed out by Ridgeline just inside the box. So they kind of got it there. But now Skyview retreating into their midfield as they're going to try and build from there. Just inside Ridgeline's half of the field. Long ball, trying to find Robinson. He tries to head it on, but it's headed away by Ridgeline. Cheeky little header there from Robinson. Skyview backs up, but then they send a ball up to Ridgeline's back line, and Ridgeline takes over the possession. So Ridgeline now with it. They're building their attack. Trent Godfrey back to Howder. Backing it up all the way to the center back, now to the left back. Ridgeline just content to hold on to the ball for a minute. Andrew Findley with it. On his back line, sends it over to Hodder on the right wing. He'll look cross midfield with it, sends a pass. Up to Workman. Workman tried to put a through ball. Got deflected, sent a second through ball. It gets to Ryan Johnson. He's going to try and dance around the defense, sends in a pass. Workman. Now to Vasquez. He dummies it. Over to the left wing. Ridgeline backs up for a moment. Now Howder has it. He's on the top right side of the box. Sends it in. Header up and over. I don't know if they were calling offside or a goal kick. But there were like 2 or 3 Ridgeline players behind the Skyview back line. And that header goes up. It went probably 4 or 5 feet over the bar. It wasn't particularly close. But it was a tense moment as Ridgeline getting some good looks and getting some good probing attacks here. You have to think one of them will work eventually, but in 80 minutes against Skyview last time, they had a lot of these semi-chances, and none of them turned into goals. They got shut out. And so far, we're about 11 minutes in to this first half between Skyview and Ridgeline. It's still 0-0. Ridgeline definitely controlling possession, but no goals for either side, and only a 1 shot on goal. Ridgeline has a throw in there in the attacking third. They throw it in, trying to find a cross, and then that was close to a foul. Ryan Johnson went down in the box, but the referee said the contact was a little too light to call a foul. And Skyview clears it momentarily, but Ridgeline has the ball again, working into the attacking third. Grady Workman trying to send a through ball up, deflected by Skyview. Now they're trying to build up from the back. Yasmani Reyes had it for a moment, and then he lost to the Ridgeline defense. And then Skyview takes it back, trying to play it to Reyes, but Ridgeline... he tried to let it go out of bounds, but Reyes applied pressure, nearly forced a turnover. But Ridgeline escapes. They're going to keep the ball. And now they're going to build it up on the near sideline. Hodder trying to... He ran about 40 yards of that by himself. Pass up to Johnson, trying to get the ball up the sideline, but it was just a little too close to the sideline. Ends up rolling out before Johnson can get to it. But it's going to be a throw-in since it went out of bounds on the sideline. Skyview going to have a throw-in deep in their own territory. Throwing it up the sideline. Trying to get it up, but Ridgeline going to get possession. Going to build up an attack. Diego Vasquez thought about a shot, but then passes it out to the left wing. It'll be deflected out of bounds for a Ridgeline throw in the attacking third. Trying to throw it in, but Skyview takes it away. Skyview now building up. They've got a 2-on-2. They didn't quite go fast enough, so it's going to be more, not quite as outnumbered. And then Ridgeline, for good measure, knocks it out of bounds. So for a moment, that looked like it could be dangerous. Yasmani Reyes and Kyle Robinson kind of had them, and then two defenders. They were spread out, but Reyes couldn't keep a handle on the ball. And the brief moment of excitement fizzles out. Skyview does have a throw-in. They have the ball in the attacking third. Reyes couldn't get to a pass first, and Ridgeline sends it up. Grady Workman chases down the ball, goes around the defender, but he tapped the ball forward so he could sprint around the defender, and he did sprint around the defender, but the ball rolled over the sideline. Needed just a little bit more space there. So some good work there from Grady Workman on the Ridgeline to try and build a counterattack, but couldn't get anything going just with one wrong touch. 25.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Still 0-0 between Skyview and Ridgeline. The boys' soccer game here played at Millville. Ridgeline with the ball. Diego Vasquez up top. Sends the ball over to the left wing. Dax Flygar. Now down, trying to get a cross in. It's going to go over the end line. That wasn't Flygar who put the cross in. He dumped off to another player whose number is a little too far away for me to see. That's why I got the binoculars. Garrett Jenkins was the one on the left wing who tried to send the cross in, but the ball went out of bounds just before he kicked it. Would have been pretty dangerous, though. The keeper didn't get a clean touch on the ball, but referee raised her flag. Substitution for Ridgeline. Diego Tetters comes in. Diego Vasquez comes out. Goal kick for Skyview is going to go out of bounds on the near sideline here. I don't know if the wind affected that. It's hard to see the effects of the wind, but we can see some of the flags still blowing hard left to right here, going in a southerly direction. In favor of Ridgeline, going against Skyview. And the play on the field, Skyview gives up a throw-in just inside their own defensive half. So Ridgeline going to have a throw-in there, 10 yards into their attacking half. Hodder throws it into Grady Workman. He tries to feed a pass into the middle. Ridgeline trying to dump a few passes in, trying to find a shot now, but Skyview swallowing it up. Ridgeline keeps working it towards the top of the box, and then they're working across the top of the box. They've had several of those where they're coming from the sideline, working it into the middle, right about the level of the top of the goal box. They got one shot on goal, or one decent shot from the top of the box, kind of the top of the circle of the box. And so they keep pressuring that part of the field. But they haven't gotten too many shots. Skyview ends up swarming them, and they keep having to, they end up just drifting all the way to the left side, then trying to send in a cross. So Ridgeline again with the ball, they took over a throw-in. Now they go all the way over to the near sideline, their right side of the field. Now sending it into Workman. He sends a pass over to the left wing. Garrett Jenkins with it. Trying to send a through ball, but a miscommunication. Skyview will get to it first, although the clear ends up going over the end line. So it's going to be a corner, our first corner of the game. And it's going to go to Ridgeline. So we'll see how they play this. Jenkins is there ready for a short corner. And they'll give it to Jenkins off the short corner. Referee says start over. I don't know what they were, what the referee was talking about. So they'll set up. They're not going to play it short, though. They're going to play it inside. Quade Horman catches it out of the air. Although he's fouled. They're going to call a foul. He held on to the ball, regardless. So foul mostly for appearance's sake. 22 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first half between Ridgeline and Skyview. 0-0 is your score. Ridgeline has had a few more chances than Skyview. In fact, Skyview I don't think has a single shot or shot on goal. And here's a foul, as I say that, and a yellow card. Yellow card to Ridgeline. Leif Olson. It's spelled Leif Olson as in Leif Erikson, but I've been told it's not pronounced Leif. I'm trying to remember if it's just Lef or Life. I can't remember, so my apologies to the Olson family. So a restart of play, Skyview with the long ball and a stoppage of play, and I'm not entirely sure what happened there. The referee stopped play for a moment, and he looked like he talked to a player. And it looked like he might have been talking to a coach. Certainly looked like he might have told a couple of people off. I don't know if he don't think he gave out another yellow card. I thought he was going to for a second. But the long ball played off of the original yellow card foul from Skyview goes to the keeper, Useshi. On the other end, playing a long ball and a foul committed by Ridgeline. There was one-on-one there. Ryan Johnson was battling with Skyview's number 8, Michael Ludlow, and Johnson ended up giving a bit of a friendly push there, jockeying for the ball, and he ends up pushing him over. Johnson not really happy with the call. I thought it was a fairly obvious one. So another foul on Ridgeline. Skyview going to play ball there just outside the top right corner of their box. Top right from Ridgeline's perspective. Long ball played and controlled by Ridgeline. Skyview trying to apply some pressure, so it goes all the way to the back line of Ridgeline. Trying to play it up to the midfield, and it's going to go out of bounds. Misplayed by the Riverhawks, so Skyview going to get the ball. About 20 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first half, 0-0. Some substitutions for Skyview, 3 of them, and I couldn't keep track of all who came in. But Zeke Taylor and Tyler Markworth heading out. And Chris Boto, one of the guys coming in. Now, he played a really solid roll off the bench for Skyview last time out. Ridgeline with the ball here, now attacking Grady Workman up the near sideline, trying to find a cross, tries to turn the corner, doesn't get there. He was kind of tripped up at the end, though. Looked like close to a foul. Kind of on the edge there. I know Ridgeline's certainly not happy. They thought it was a foul. It was outside the box. It would have just made for a short corner, basically. But no foul call. The ball goes over the end line. Goal kick for Skyview, and they control it for the moment. Now trying to work the ball into the midfield. They lose it. Ridgeline with the ball out off the turnover. Workman on the near sideline. That time he got tripped up a little bit and it impacted his play. Ball ended up going out of bounds. The referee says, nope, it's a foul. And so, if you're looking out on a football field, it's basically on the football field sideline from the 15-yard line. So we're looking at about 25 yards from the end line. Probably close to that in terms of the post. Maybe a little closer to 30 yards. Referee marks off 10 yards. And they're going to set up a free kick here. Ball played into the box. Header kind of deflected immediately after it was headed. It ricocheted off a Ridgeline player, then a Skyview player. Ball bounces around and then trickles to the keeper, Quade Horman, who scoops it up and sends it away. Now after the drop kick, a ping-pongs around between the two teams. Ridgeline has it for the moment. Now Skyview has it. Robinson trying to find Chris Boto, who just recently checked in. Boto couldn't quite handle it, but Skyview retains possession for a second, and then they lose it. We're going back and forth in possession here. These two teams trade possession in the midfield. Ridgeline's had it for a few more seconds now, though, and they're trying to build up. Nope, they lose it. Skyview now with it, and then they lose it. Possession here is being traded back and forth quite a bit. Ridgeline has it in the middle, just entering their attacking third. Now they back up into their midfield. Now sending it up the far sideline, nearly losing it. Garrett Jenkins trying to fight through several Skyview defenders, manages to get the ball away. Ridgeline now working it up the near sideline after crossing it. Give it to Grady Workman. He tries to send a through ball, and it's going to go over the end line. Couldn't find Ivan Leon, the sophomore forward on the right wing. He couldn't beat out the defender for that. Substitution for the Riverhawks, just the one. Ryan Johnson coming in. Garrett Jenkins coming out. Would have been murdered if he came in for Andrew Finley. He's a defender. The goal kick for Skyview ends up going out of bounds on the far sideline. So you cross just under 17 minutes to play between Ridgeline and Skyview. We're at 0-0. Ridgeline had a few chances in kind of the first part of this first half, but they dried up a little bit. Their shots on goal increasingly distant amount of time between their actual chances and the present moment. But Ridgeline with it, just on the edge of their attacking third. Hodder has it, trying to find a pass, but swarmed by Skyview, and they take it away for the moment. Fighting for possession between the two teams, and Skyview is going to commit a foul in that whole run of play. About 40 yards away from the goal, pretty much straight on, or kind of straight on with the right post. So about 40 yards out, they'll play a chip ball into the left part of the box, headed in, and a goal! Beaten inside the left post. A goal there, a header, I believe by number 6. Trent Godfrey. With 15:56 to go here in the first half, Ridgeline gets their first goal against Skyview this season. Yeah, Trent Godfrey with the goal, so that makes it 1-0. I don't know if I can... Yeah, that... We'll have to work on the replay there. Didn't hit the save replay in time. But just a chip ball from about 40 yards out. Kind of the top right part of the 6-yard, you can say the top left part from Ridgeline's perspective. The top corner of the 6-yard box, and an excellent header by Godfrey just inside the left post. With that, Ridgeline is up. And Ridgeline has the ball again as they work it toward the left side, the far sideline. Ryan Johnson with it, sends in a long ball. I don't know if that was a attempted a cross, a shot, but it goes wide. So certainly a big moment for Ridgeline. They win the entire game, 80 minutes scoreless against Ridgeline. Plenty of chances, and they went the better part of the first half without a goal. And now here again, Ridgeline with another chance and couldn't quite catch up to the ball. Skyview going to end up punching it out. A couple of passes just ended up behind their intended targets and dried out. Skyview on the counterattack, though. Up for Robinson, ball was behind him, and it's going to kind of kill the momentum there. Sends it up to Chris Boto, who couldn't keep the ball from going out of bounds. It was kicked out of bounds by Dax Flygar, the left back. So Skyview going to have a throw-in just outside of their attacking third, sending it into Robinson. He sends a cross or something. There was nobody in the box for him to cross it to. He had Austin Hayden, I believe it was, on the far side. But he wasn't ready for a run into the box in terms of where that pass was going. On the other end, trying to play a through ball was Grady Workman. Trying to find Ivan Leon. But again, played just a little bit too long. Workman's going to sub out here with the break. Garrett Jenkins coming in. Workman's put in quite a bit of work there, making a bunch of runs and trying to create chances. He's done a good job creating close chances. Hasn't quite had his own individual breakthrough. But Ridgeline did have a breakthrough as a team. 1-0 after getting shut out in Smithfield when they played the Bobcats earlier this year. 13 minutes to go here in this first half. Ridgeline has the advantage. So we'll see if these two teams split on their home field. Now foul committed by Ridgeline on the far sideline, just inside Skyview's half. So Skyview gonna play it long. Ball hangs in the air. Robinson trying to hit it on, but Ridgeline wins it, but then Skyview gets it back. Trying to build a quick counter, but no go as Ridgeline recovers it. And they'll build from the midfield. Now a long ball played forward, and it's going to roll to the keeper, Quade Horman. He's going to easily get there first. Horman tries to he plays a low drop kick, and it goes right past his intended target. Ridgeline going to get the ball, trying to play a sneaky through ball, but deflected back. Although Ridgeline will keep possession of the ball. Diego Vasquez on it, gives it to Hodder. Hodder gives back to Stockton Green, who's checked in. Now Ridgeline playing it forward. Jenkins dumps it off back to Jenkins. Thought about trying a cheeky shot, but then he gives it up and drops it back to Hodder on the right wing. Now giving to Leone. He's going to try and do a give and go to Jenkins. Jenkins takes himself. He's going to try and turn the corner. Tries to send a cross in. It's deflected high and dang near stayed in bounds. Well, I'm in that situation. That ball just heads straight out of bounds. But it nearly stayed in. I say nearly because it did go over the end line, and it is going to be a corner. Jenkins going to take they were lining up for a short corner, but Skyview came up to kind of say, no, you're not going to do that. Low ball on the corner kick, easily deflected out by Skyview, though. So nothing coming of that corner. Not the most. I don't know if he was trying to hit it low. But 11 minutes to go here in this first half. Ridgeline with the 1-0 lead. On the goal from Trent Godfrey, the header from the top of the 6-yard box just inside the left post, beating Quade Horman. I believe has 5 clean sheets, but not one today. Now, Garrett Jenkins had the ball kind of on the top of the box, tried to put a cheeky shot on. Turnaround shot, but couldn't get anything going. Kyle Robinson checking out. Tyler Markworth checking back in. Off the goal kick, Ridgeline manages to settle possession. It was fought between Skyview and Ridgeline, but Ridgeline managed to get it. Hodder nearly loses the ball, and then he does lose the ball. Skyview takes possession. As in their defensive half, they play to their back line. Now a long ball forward, and it looked really inaccurate at first, but then it looked like it was decent. He was trying to find Chris Boto, but he couldn't get on the other end of it. Boto, not necessarily a starter, but he has, I don't think he started either of the games I've called, but he has 4 goals and 2 assists. So certainly a big impact. The big goal scorers for Skyview, you got Kyle Robinson has 4, Ben Taylor has 4, Chris Boto has 4 as well. Nine and a half minutes to go here in this first half. Skyview on the attack, trying to find Boto on the right wing, but Ridgeline gets the ball, kicks it out of bounds. So Skyview will have a throw-in, but their run and attack was snuffed out. So Skyview throw in. They're about 20 yards from the end line on the far sideline. Throw in. Deflected, and Ridgeline has it now. Ridgeline working from their back line. Skyview putting some pressure on, since all their players were here in numbers. But now Ridgeline sends the long ball forward, and it gets all the way through Ridgeline's midfield into Skyview's back line. They'll build from the back. Quade Horman trying to send a long ball toward the midfield, but it goes out of bounds. So not much in terms of building from the back. Just over 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Throw in from Ridgeline, headed out of bounds immediately by Skyview. So it'll be another throw from pretty much the same spot. And another throw in kicked out of bounds, but they're going to advance about 10 yards. So Ridgeline, 3 throw-ins in a row. Finally gets to one of their own players, and now they kick it out toward the middle. Not cleared away, and so Ridgeline's going to have a chance. Ball chipped in toward the box, but headed away by Skyview. Ridgeline recovers that temporary clear, and then a foul. A foul on Yasmani Reyes. He's going to get a yellow card. He pretty much stepped on, trying to see who that is. He's on the ground. I couldn't see his number. I believe that was Diego Vasquez. Just kind of stepped on his back heel in a way that hurts. So 7:37 to go here in the first half. Second yellow card of the game. Well, it's the first one to Skyview. Ridgeline had their own yellow card about 14 minutes ago. Now this is close to the spot / slightly closer. It's about 6 yards closer from where the free kick Ridgeline had where they scored the goal. Same thing, chipped up. Was tapped away by Skyview, still in the box, then cleared by Skyview. Ridgeline midfielder sends it back in. For the moment, then it's cleared out. Ridgeline retaining possession after the second clear. Jenkins trying to send a ball, and it's deflected by Skyview, and it's going to go over the end line. It's going to be another Ridgeline corner, their third of the game. And that set piece was another dangerous one just moments ago. Ridgeline plays the short corner, trying to send a cross in, but deflected. Now Jenkins has it toward the top of the box, tries to send a shot in. Ridgeline players stopped it from going in. Well, going in a little further. Tyler Turner there. I mean, it was kicked right at him. It's not like he reached out to stop it. But he saw it was kicked right at him. He tried to stop it, then tried to turn the corner. But it was kicked out of bounds by Skyview. So Turner, the man who stopped the ball momentarily from going, who tried to turn that corner there, does the throw-in. Ridgeline trying to retain possession, but Skyview gets it eventually. And their clear is deflected out of bounds by Ridgeline. It's going to be a throw-in deep in their own territory on the near sideline here. Ridgeline applying pressure. They're going to stop the clock. I'm not sure what they're stopping the clock for. It might be is it an equipment thing? I don't know if it's an equipment thing or something else, but the referee blew the whistle, turned around, and one of the Skyview players, Cameron Jackson, I believe, just kind of ran off. Now he's over on the sideline attending to something. Like I said, might have been hurt or an equipment malfunction. Nothing serious, but something he has to get taken care of before he can come back in. Now off the throw-in, there was a clear, which Ridgeline recovered. Now they're trying to build up the far sideline. It's going to get tapped out of bounds. So 5.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Ridgeline with the 1-0 advantage. Skyview doesn't have a shot in this game. They've not had something, maybe if you're generous, you can say they have a shot. Nothing amounting to an actual chance, a real opportunity. Now Skyview for the moment cleared it, but then Ridgeline got it back, and then Ridgeline kicks it out of bounds. So for a second they had some momentum, and then they lost it. Just crossing under the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Throw in from Skyview, kicked out of bounds by Ridgeline. Stockton Green being the one to kick it out of bounds. Ridgeline throw in just inside Ridgeline's half. They lose the ball on the pressure from Ridgeline, but then Skyview recovers it, going up the far sideline. A lot of Ridgeline jerseys there, and eventually that advantage in numbers helps them kick it out of bounds. But it doesn't stop the attack. Skyview has a throw-in about 15 yards away from the end line. They send the throw-in, now trying to send it across, and again, it's way too long. Goes over the goal. And so if there was somebody there making a run and it had been a better cross, it would have been a nice opportunity, maybe a nice chance. Skyview kind of they caught Ridgeline off guard a little bit with that cross. They weren't really expecting that. But nobody on Skyview was expecting that cross either. They lose their opportunity. Goal kick for Ridgeline. They kick it long. Skyview trying to recover it. And Jenkins manages to turn the corner looking for a cross, but there's nobody to cross it to. Tries to dump into the box. Tries to send a cross in, but it's deflected out of bounds. It's going to be another corner. Be a corner for Ridgeline. They're fourth of this half. They're not setting up for a short corner, so Jenkins going to send this one in from the near sideline into the box. Plays it a little low, easily. Well, it was kicked up. For a moment, I thought it was easily deflected, but then I realized the the clear attempt went straight up in the air. But Quaid Horman caught it out of the air. Manages to clear it. Skyview, and now they lose possession. Ridgeline with some numbers and some great individual defense stops it. And a little bit of a misplay from Ridgeline there. They had kind of a 3-on-2. And then the ball just kind of got lost. I believe that was Ryan Johnson who was trying to... He basically just needed to dance around one guy, and he could have had some good opportunities, but he couldn't quite make it. Ridgeline with the throw-in, retains possession. Now they're trying to build it up the far sideline. And then they send it straight to a Skyview player who clears it, and the ball winds up in the Ridgeline back line. Now Ridgeline building up the near sideline, loses it to Chris Boto, who then kicks it straight to a Ridgeline player. And now dancing through the defense is Trent Godfrey. He has the one goal. Give and go. Godfrey trying to get it and falls down. They're going to just say he wasn't fouled. There's a bit of contact there. Hard to see among the massive bodies from my perspective if he was fouled or not. Ball ends up trickling over the end line. 1 minute, 41 seconds to go here in the first half. Ridgeline up 1-0 over the Skyview Bobcats. Here on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com. Jason Walker bringing you this matchup so far. Has been pretty close, although largely dominated by Ridgeline in terms of possession. Skyview doesn't have a single shot in this game. Not a shot on goal. Not anything that I would consider an actual shot. But Ridgeline does have a throw-in. Trying to keep the ball in bounds on the near sideline. They do get it up the field. And a bit of a dummy pass. Trying to do a counterattack. Zeke Taylor has it. Trying to send a ball forward to Ezra Hawes. Hawes fighting the defense. Loses the race, but he's going to get fouled. Ezra Hawes fouled close to the far sideline. About 20 yards from the end line, but it's only about 5 or 10, or it's probably about 10 yards away from the sideline, so pretty sharp angle. 20 yards from the end line, probably give it about 30 yards to the center point of goal. So they're going to play this a little bit like a corner, just a set piece. Well, they play a low cross in, didn't even get off the ground. It was intentionally kicked that way. But it was easily deflected by a Ridgeline. Skyview rushing. There's only 10 seconds to go here in the half. Lost track of the clock. Ridgeline gains possession of that throw-in, but there's only 3 seconds to go. And that's going to be the end of the first half. That's going to be it for us here in this first half. Ridgeline goes into the break up 1-0 over the Skyview Bobcats. A satisfying goal for a team that got shut out when they went to Smithfield. Here they go in with at least one goal and the advantage. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some halftime analysis. We'll review the one goal and some of the implications of, if this result stands, how will it look? Can Skyview come back? We'll have all that after this on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremont is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castorite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo stuff, the Logo Shop.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
And we're back at halftime here of this game between Ridgeline and Skyview. Boys Soccer Region 11 matchup, a rematch of a game played earlier. In that matchup, Skyview took a 1-0 lead into halftime, managed to double that in the second half to win that one 2-0. Well, for the moment, that script is kind of flipped. Ridgeline got the goal. They got it with about 16 minutes to go in the first half, so that'll make it, the 24th or 25th minute of the game. Trent Godfrey got the goal. A cross played in, or it wasn't really a cross. It was a kind of a lofted ball played from about 40 yards out on a set piece. Played in and then headed in by Godfrey. Just a great play there. Just a great pass, great header, just inside the left post to beat Quade Horman, who had a really good game last time out against Ridgeline. Had a lot of saves. Ridgeline, had a lot of solid chances in that game. And Quade Horman stuffed out what few chances that Ridgeline had in that game. Ended up shutting out the Riverhawks, which hasn't happened to them very much this season. Ridgeline, they're third in 4A in goals scored. They have 30. They're averaging dang near 3 goals per game. 30 goals in 11 games played. So Ridgeline, a high-scoring team. So it was a great job by Skyview to hold them to 0 goals last time. They couldn't keep them down forever. And Ridgeline, who controlled possession in this game, they basically monopolized shots. They have 7 total shots, 2 of those on goal. Skyview doesn't have any shots. They don't have any shots, don't have any corners. Very little is going for them. It was kind of that way for them last time too, but they got a couple of breaks, a couple of goals that kind of came out of nowhere. I know Yasmani Reyes had a pretty good goal, and then Ezra Haas had the other goal in that game. But Skyview, nothing doing here. No super good chances. They've thrown in a few crosses to nobody. So Skyview going to need to obviously have to pick up something in the second half, or they're going to go home with at least a 1-0 loss. Interesting thing for Skyview is they very rarely give up multiple goals. It's only happened twice this season. And they gave up 3 goals to Green Canyon region play. They gave up 3 goals to Dixie in non-region play. Aside from that, even in losses, Skyview has not given up multiple goals. Now, it means they've lost games 1-0. So there's no guarantee they're going to match Ridgeline's 1 goal, especially since they didn't have a single shot in that first half. They have to get a shot to get a goal, unless Ridgeline wants to do the work for them and get an own goal. But Skyview at least has the ability to keep this within 1 goal and have a chance at tying. We'll see if they do that, or will the high-scoring Ridgeline Riverhawks, mind you, they faced a really stingy Layton Christian team who only is allowed, I think, only like 4 goals all year. I think 3 of those were to Ridgeline. So Ridgeline's faced stingy defenses and come out on top. We'll see if they're able to keep on top in this one. And again, we're going to take a break. We're about 1 minute and 20 seconds away from the second half kickoff. So we'll take this break, and then we'll be back here on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com.
Your Cash and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
All right, and we're back here. We're just about to start the second half. Skyview already on the field with their spot. They're going to go left to right this second half. Ridgeline going to go right to left. And they're just coming on the field, coming out into this cold spring. I was about to say winter. It kind of feels like winter. Weather tells me that the weather app tells me it's 34 degrees. Feels like 26 down on the field. Nice chilly breeze making its way through this stadium. A northerly wind, which actually has died down. The wind going from north to south was a bit more of a factor in that first half. May have impacted Skyview. Of course, Ridgeline's probably going to say, all right, where was that? Where's that wind now? It's not really whipping up as much as it was earlier. So Skyview had to work against that wind in the first half. Ridgeline doesn't look like they will have to work through it nearly as much. We've just started this second half. Ridgeline going at it aggressively off the bat. But a couple of deflections later as they enter the attacking third, and it goes out of bounds off of a Ridgeline for a Skyview throw-in. Long throw-in from Skyview, initially deflected by Ridgeline. They come down with it. Trying to find a pass. Lost it from home, but got it in. Garrett Jenkins on the left wing tries to send one in, deflected by Skyview. Thought it might have been a handball, but it was very much ball to hand. The referee may have decided not to call it based on that. And then Ridgeline Skyview lost the ball for a second, but a foul is going to be called. Foul called on Ridgeline. Long ball played forward, but stolen away by Ridgeline. And then Skyview wins it back. Skyview wins it back on the near sideline, kick it back toward the halfway mark. Or half field mark. Now playing through the midfield, trying to find something. Now a long ball played forward to none of the Skyview players. The closest guy was a Ridgeline player. Ridgeline going to retain possession, or gain possession here. We've just started the second half. Ridgeline with the 1-0 lead. 38-28 to go here in the game. Ridgeline with the ball, playing it up from the back line. Andrew Findley with it. He brings it up. Now sends it across the field. Or across the field sideways. Ridgeline getting into the midfield. Godfrey trying to work it, but then loses it. Skyview now trying to get a run going. Sent up to the left side, trying to find a cross, but it's kicked out of bounds. Be kicked out of bounds for a throw in. Cam Everton kicking the ball out of bounds. He beat, couldn't quite see the number of the Skyview player. He beat the Skyview attacker to the ball. Kicked it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for Skyview. They're about 20 yards from the end line with their throw in. Throw in kick by Ridgeline. They got to it first, and they're trying to clear it out. Pressured by Skyview, though. Trying to steal the ball, they do steal possession. Now Robinson trying to send a ball in, trying to find a through ball in, but couldn't find his man. That attack fizzles out, but Skyview again with the ball, they steal possession, and then they lose it. Couple of quick chances fizzling out with a poor pass here and a poor touch there. Now Garrett Jenkins sending a ball for Grady Workman, trying to outrun the defense, but that was Alex Nielsen. He was at real risk of losing that race with Grady Workman, but he manages to slide and kick the ball out of bounds cleanly. Great play by him. But Ridgeline's going to have a throw. They throw it in. Jenkins crossing it over. Header, not nearly enough pace. Just inside the box. That was Ryan Johnson. He'll get credit for a shot on goal, but that'll be one of the easier saves Quade Horman has to make. Not nearly enough pace on the hitter from that point. Now Skyview with it, trying to play a long ball forward up the right sideline. It's going to be too fast and too far for Parker Christensen on the right wing. Ridgeline going to get a throw in deep in their own half. Doesn't look like Skyview is pressuring them. At least at the moment. Now they're going up forward. Now they're going to have some pressure. Thrown to Jenkins. He passes to the back line for Andrew Findley. Findley sends it over to the right side for Bowen Hodder. Hodder sends it back to Findley. Now back to Dax Flygar. Flygar walking it up the near sideline. Gives it to Jenkins. Jenkins loses it, and then he commits a foul. Commits a foul on Kyle Robinson. I don't know if that was a frustration foul or something. Of course, off the free kick, it ends up going to the keeper. Useshi, who's had a pretty easy day. He literally could just have sat in goal, and it wouldn't really have changed how this game has gone. He's not had a shot on goal. He's not had a shot to face. He's had nothing to do. Ridgeline's defense have made life easy for him. Now Skyview doing a better job of retaining possession this half and maybe stealing a couple of possessions. Although as I say that, they then lose possession. Ridgeline with it. Trying to send the through ball up. Jenkins nearly bounced the right way for him to make a run. Now he's going to have to dance around the defense. Jenkins has it. Sends a short cross into the box. Poked away by a Skyview player. Ridgeline quickly gets it back though. Trying to find a shot here. Now to the right side of the box. Shot in. Oh, just wide left. Couldn't quite see who put the shot on goal, but that one didn't miss by much. He beat Quade Horman to the right, although I don't know how much Horman had that far post covered. He tried to beat him from the kind of upper right side of the box, tried to beat him to the far bottom post. Couldn't get it there, though. Skyview on the counterattack. Loses it. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's Ridgeline ball. I think everyone kind of thought it was Skyview ball, and then the assistant said it was Ridgeline ball. And now a foul committed by Skyview. And they play it quick. Ridgeline with it. Sending it up the far sideline. Bowen Hodder has it. Now feeding it back over to the left side. Dax Flagar. Gives to Jenkins. He's going to try to send it across from the left side. This near sideline. Sends it a shorter cross. Sends it up to the top of the box, and the shot goes over the crossbar. And I can't... Yeah, it's number 8. Diego Tetters. His left-footed shot goes over the crossbar. Second shot of the half for Ridgeline. Both have been, decent opportunities. One went on goal. Granted, it was kind of a slow-paced header that was never going to get past the keeper. It's their third shot. One of them, and all three have actually been pretty decent. Two of them missed barely. One of them was technically on goal. It's funny, the shot on goal was actually probably the worst actual chance of all three shots Ridgeline has this half. Long ball played by Skyview, headed away by Ridgeline, and they retain possession after the clear. 32 minutes to go, 32 and a half minutes to go. In this second half, Ridgeline up 1-0 on Skyview in this boys soccer matchup here on 107.7 KLZX. Ridgeline trying to cross in the attacking half. It's stolen away by Yasmani Reyes of the Bobcats, and Reyes is then fouled by Ridgeline. So Skyview will have a free kick in the defensive half. Long ball played forward all the way toward the end line. It may end up rolling over the end line. Kyle Robbins is trying to fight for it. He gets a tap on it, and he tries to save it from going over the end line. And it'll end up being a goal kick. Nearly a great job by Robinson to make something out of not a whole lot in terms of chances. Nearly got a good cross on. Just missed it by inches. Skyview gets the ball off the goal kick, and then a run by Zeke Taylor just falls up short. Just kicked the ball a little too much in front of him. Now a temporary stoppage in play. There's a foul committed by Ridgeline. About 40 yards out, though with the harsh angle, it's going to be a little more than that. Long ball played in toward the box, though, and it's just a bunch of Ridgeline players. Didn't even find its way to a Skyview player. They were a little too far away. On the counterattack, Garrett Jenkins trying to get it to Grady Workman, and his first touch on the through ball flies into the box for an easy pickup from Quade Horman. It's a couple of quick turnabouts, and then off the drop kick from the keeper. It goes all the way to Ridgeline's keeper. And back and forth we go. Ridgeline now with it in the midfield. Grady Workman now on the right side, trying to get around the defender. Trying to turn the corner now, look for a cross. He's got a man on the far side. Plays it short, though. And the ball is deflected over the end line safely for a corner kick. Jenkins was open on the left side, but Workman chose to play it shorter. Certainly an easier pass in the situation. But there was certainly a chance that could have been a dangerous shot. Jenkins was largely unmarked. Short corner play, now looking for a cross, deflected away. No chance there, but a running shot attempt right at the keeper. But that one was not a bad shot attempt at all. Bowen Hodder trying to catch the keeper unawares, maybe nearly did, and there's a lot of bodies in the way. So another shot on goal. And given the situation, not necessarily a bad idea. And a foul committed by Grady Workman just bowls over the defender. Probably looked worse than it was. But still a foul. And the referee's not going to give a yellow, just a reckless foul there. Or more careless, I should say. I think reckless might actually be the wording for a yellow card. Yasmani Reyes on the other end trying to turn the corner in the goal box, trying to find a cross, and then he tries to save it just before it goes over the end line. He kind of turned the corner, then the defender caught up with him again, and the ball ends up going just over the end line. Goal kick goes straight to Skyview. Skyview trying to play it forward. Zeke Taylor trying to find a pass. Now cross inside. Keeper comes off his line. Useshi comes off his line. Now he throws it long for Jenkins on the left side, trying to start a counterattack. Not really great numbers, so Jenkins not going to play it too fast here. He's going to play a long ball, trying to find his right wing man, Ryan Johnson. Couldn't quite get there, though. Just over 28 minutes to play here in this game. Ridgeline still with the 1-0 advantage over Skyview. Battle between Ridgeline tied for first place and Skyview just outside of that tie for first place. They're fourth. 3 teams tied for first place, and Skyview's just outside of that 3-way tie. Skyview defeated Ridgeline for one of their 3 Region 11 wins so far. It's part of why Ridgeline is in that 3-way tie, because they lost a game that maybe they shouldn't have when you look at standings and ratings and rankings. But Skyview came in with that 2-0 win, but Ridgeline with 1-0 now. Kyle Robinson trying to threaten that. Oh, and it goes in! Kyle Robinson, that may have taken a deflection. Robinson took a shot from about 20 yards out towards the top of the box, just outside the top of the box. Took a shot toward the far bottom corner of the post. I said it may have taken a deflection. I don't think the keeper really saw it because he had a late reaction. We'll look at our instant replay here. Robinson managed to turn the corner off the defense. So he took that from about 25 yards out, and he puts that in the bottom left corner. About 27-25. We'll look at the replay here again, although we'll get back to about 25 yards out. Great goal there from Kyle Robinson. As we go back, and shot on goal there from Ridgeline. Nearly missed it. Transitioning back from our replay to our game cam here. So Ridgeline getting their 3rd shot on goal. Horman having to go high and kind of an awkward popping the ball up into the air and then catching it again. He didn't want to catch it and then fall over. So we've tied it up here as Skyview levels it at 1 with 26.5 minutes to go here. It was about 27.5 minutes when Kyle Robinson evened things up. He's got his 5th goal of the season. The Ridgeline in attack now, trying to get things back up again, then Skyview steals the ball. Robinson on ball, trying to retain possession. He's got 2 men on him, he tried to get around several defenders, but he loses the ball. It goes out of bounds, though. Rough challenge there from Ridgeline, although a bit clean. I mean, it was clean but hard. Ball goes out of bounds off of Skyview. That was Cameron Jackson who took the worst end of that challenge. Ridgeline trying to keep the ball in the midfield. They have it for the moment. Now they're going to work it up the near sideline, going right to left. Jenkins with it. Working back toward the middle. Trying to dive inside, then he loses the ball to Skyview. Cal Robinson steals it. He's going to try and outrun the defense, gives it up. Now a chance for a shot, and tapped away for the moment, and then Ridgeline defense eventually clears it away. That was certainly a dangerous chance there. I believe that was Cam Jackson. It's hard to see these small numbers from so far away. No, that was Yasmani Reyes, excuse me. Difference between number 30 and number 50. Yasmani Reyes nearly had that chance there. Grady Workman on the other end for Ridgeline. Nearly had a chance, but a good clear by Skyview is going to stop a counterattack attempt from Ridgeline. But they do get the ball back in possession in the midfield, moving into the attacking half and into the attacking third without too much trouble. Trying to dance around the defense and nearly succeeding was Dax Flygar. Flygar loses possession, then gains it back himself. Then he gives it up to Jenkins. Jenkins working toward the inside. He was trying to find a cross. He eventually tries to send it, and he sends it to a Skyview player who clears it. Kyle Robinson chasing the ball, tried to tap it forward. It's going to get deflected out of bounds, though, by Ridgeline. Kyle Robinson playing very well this half. He got the goal minutes ago to tie this game up at 1 apiece. And he's certainly created some chances here. He's going to take the throw in. He might give it up to somebody else really quick, though. Yeah, he's going to give it up. It's going to be Cam Jackson, excuse me. Cam Johnson plays for the Nets. Cameron Jackson plays for Skyview. And Jackson, he loses the ball out of bounds just after the throw, and it got passed back to him. Garrett Jenkins of Ridgeline putting on the pressure. Jenkins certainly been a big part of Ridgeline's attack on that left wing. Played on the right wing in that first half for some of it. Ridgeline building up their attack in the midfield. Skyview trying to apply pressure. They've done a better job at forcing turnovers and connecting some passes in the attacking half and the attacking third, and it helped lead to that goal. Now a long ball played forward, but it's going to go right to the keeper. There's an attempt to find Ryan Johnson, but it was way too far ahead of him. Skyview trying to play it up from the back, but they kick it right to the Ridgeline midfield. He's going to build up, trying to find their way into the attacking third, but Ridgeline forces them to backpedal for a moment. Now Ridgeline backing it up all the way to midfield and where their back line is. Now trying to play it up the far sideline. Trent Godfrey, who had the goal earlier, now he gives it up. Working up to the near sideline, now back to the middle. Now to the far sideline. Flygar gives it up to Jenkins. Jenkins looking for a long pass, tries to do a give and go, diving back toward the middle, but it's tapped out of bounds by Skyview. Ridgeline will have a throw in, though. Throwing it in up the sideline, deflected away, and now Skyview has it. And then Ridgeline gets it for a second as we exchange headers. Now Skyview trying to counterattack. Kyle Robinson chasing down the ball on the sideline. Tries to send it in, and we've got a foul. A foul on Skyview, and 2 players are down. And we're going to stop play. Both players, some contact. You're going to say it was a foul on Robinson, who probably tripped one of the Ridgeline players. I'm trying to see who the Ridgeline player is. Both went down, and I guess both just probably took inadvertent shots to various parts of their bodies. Robinson's still down. I think he just took that tumble hard. Like I said, he fell down trying to do that pass, and I think they just called a foul. It looks like it's number 12. Leff Olson. He's limping off the field. Oh, excuse me, number 13, that's Cam Everton, who's limping off the field. Looks like he'll be okay, but he's gonna take a second to work through that. I think Robinson checked out as well. Yeah, Robinson, he went off the near sideline. He's going to have a long walk back toward his bench. Although he started to jog a little bit. So both players, just an innocent play, a foul committed, but not too much malicious intent so far as I could tell. And both just, unfortunately, coming up with a couple of scrapes, bumps, and bruises, and hopefully it's nothing more than that. Both players walked off the field under their own power, so we should be good. Stop the clock, though, so we got 21:48 to go in this game. 1-1 is Skyview. Tied the game up. We got the equalizer from Kyle Robinson, who just went off the field. Still making his way back to the bench. He knocked the corner flag over. Had to walk. I think he hit it over expecting it to pop back up on its own power, and it didn't, so he had to pick it up. We're still waiting. The referee went over and chatted with Skyview coach, I believe, Tyler Falslev. Probably just talking about, whether or not that was actually a foul on Robinson. As I said, Robinson had the equalizer. About 6 minutes ago in game time, we had the couple-minute pause there, so probably more like 10 minutes of real time, but about 27.5 minutes. With 27.5 minutes left in the second half, that's when Robinson got that equalizer, so that's where we stand. Ridgeline has it. They just got a throw in. As the ball bounces around, they're trying to work it up on the far sideline. Ryan Johnson trying to play a ball forward and chase after it. He loses it. Some contact and then goes to ground. He might have got caught in the stomach or groin. He just kind of crumpled to the ground for a second, gets back up, and he looks fine. A lot of just inadvertent contact causing some pain with these players. That or they're flopping. Those are your two options. 20.5 minutes to go here. Ridgeline with the ball. Garrett Jenkins working the ball from the near sideline in toward the middle. Plays the ball into it went basically straight to the Skyview back line. Skyview recovers the ball for the moment, and then Ridgeline takes it. Now ball played long, but then cleared out by Skyview. Ball now in the midfield. His players kick it around, and eventually it's going to go off Skyview. So a throw in for Ridgeline. About 20 yards in their attacking half. Throw in. Chested down by Ridgeline, then stolen from Skyview. Long ball played. Chris Boto. He's in the game, but he wasn't anywhere near that long ball. It goes straight to Ridgeline keeper. Long ball by him. Kind of headed down. It was headed technically by Garrett Jenkins. And then straight out of bounds. It's a little too high and a little too long for him. Just under 20 minutes to play now. All tied up at one. Skyview with the throw-in, trying to retain the ball in the attack. Ball gets touched out of bounds. Ridgeline thought it was theirs, but I'd agree with the referee that is Skyview throw-in. And then a push. Skyview going to get called for a foul. I think Boto might have been the guilty party there. Ridgeline plays it quick. Jenkins trying to build it up the near sideline. Plays it forward. Ivan Leone trying to play offside. He was trying to play a through ball to Garrett Jenkins, and the center referee did not notice that it was offside. Wasn't looking at his assistant referee. Now he finally calls it. Referee's trying to make as loud a noise as possible. Yeah, through ball from Leone to Jenkins. Jenkins was offside, which was the first offside call of the game, so far as I'm aware. I don't remember there being another offside call in this game. Now, long ball and the indirect free kick played into the Ridgeline half. Ridgeline manages to get on the other end and clear it away. Now they have the ball in the midfield, trying to mount something of a counterattack. Well, they don't have numbers anymore. Well, they never really did have numbers. And a through ball deflected out of bounds by Skyview. So Ridgeline will have to build from just inside, well, they're about 20 yards inside the attacking half. Throw in on the far sideline. Just under 18 minutes, to go. 1-1 between these two Region 11 teams. Ridgeline trying to break a three-way tie for first. That'll depend on matchups between Green Canyon and Mountain Crest. They're not playing each other. Ridgeline can at the very least guarantee that they stay in a tie for first. Skyview trying to jump into the fray. They're just outside of that three-way tie. And they beat Ridgeline earlier. Certainly sweeping Ridgeline would greatly help their chances of potentially getting a region crown and getting a higher spot in the RPI. Had the ball pinballing around a little bit. Skyview finally manages to settle. Now a long ball played forward, but unfortunately also out of bounds for Skyview. So it'll be a Ridgeline throw. Grady Workman going to check in. Kyle Robinson going to check out. Workman will take over the spot on the right wing where Johnson was playing. We've seen Workman play from kind of the center and also the wing. He's been a key factor in trying to drive attacks for the Riverhawks. Throw in headed out by Skyview. Second throw in. Settles initially to Ridgeline, then stolen by Skyview. Now Ridgeline steals it back. Ridgeline crossing over to the near sideline. Not the greatest pass. Now they're going to try and cross back over toward the far side. Workman. He's just inside the box. Tries to turn the corner looking for a cross. But then the defense kicks it out of bounds on the sideline. Referee talking to Grady Workman. He kind of shoved the defender to the ground a little bit. Almost surprised there wasn't a foul called. But now Workman's certainly getting a talking to from the referee, pointing to certain different parts of the field. Throw in, taken by Skyview. They're struggling to clear it out, though. Ridgeline steals the ball now after the failed attempt at a clear. And Skyview scrambles to kick the ball out of bounds on the far sideline. Just over 15 minutes to play here in this half. In this half. Throw in. Crossed. Settles to a Ridgeline player, then it's crossed out of bounds. Trying to find a cross into the box. Goes high and wide. Goal kick for Skyview. They struggle to retain possession for the moment, and then they lose it. Ridgeline steals it in the midfield, and then it's kicked out of bounds by Skyview. Ridgeline getting back to controlling possession here. They throw it in, they get it to the midfield. Cross misplayed there. It's going to go out of bounds, basically giving possession for free to Skyview in the attacking half. That ball curled away from its intended target, Dax Flygar. So Skyview's going to have it. Parker Christensen throwing it in, gives it to Boto. Boto tries to heel flick it on. And then Ridgeline takes it away. Crossing over to the far sideline, Ridgeline will build from there. Bowen Hodder passes back in toward the middle. Skyview putting on some pressure. Kyle Robinson, he recently checked in again. Back from a mild injury. And a throw-in. Ridgeline throwing in, thinking it was their throw-in, but the referee indicates it's a Skyview throw-in on the far sideline. Skyview throwing it in. Long ball played in. Robinson was the target. Two Ridgeline players got a crack at it. The second one was able to clear it away. Ridgeline trying to build up the far sideline. Eventually the ball getting kicked through, but Skyview gets a hold of it. Now they're trying on the counterattack. Ball played to Robinson. Robinson trying to flick on to Boto. Boto trying to get a handle on it, but Ridgeline, at least they took it for a moment, then Boto got it back. Ball's pinballing around, clears just flying off of players. And the ball eventually headed out of bounds by Ridgeline. Thought for a second Ridgeline had a handle on that, and then suddenly they didn't. Boto was stealing it back. Skyview was making almost a mini chance of this. So throw in for Skyview. And a throw-in violation. He picked up his back foot or didn't do the proper overhead motion. So it's going to be a Ridgeline throw now. Couple of subs for Ridgeline. Trent Godfrey checking back in, as is Ryan Johnson. Godfrey, the goal scorer for Ridgeline, is his second goal of the season. A header in the first half. But Skyview equalized here in the second half. Now ball trickling in all the way into the Ridgeline corner defensively. That ball rolled right. It rolled just inside the corner flag, and Ridgeline trying to advance the ball. Referee says, no, you got to go stand by the corner flag. That's where the ball went out of bounds. Throw in goes pretty much straight to a Skyview player. Now Chris Boto has it, trying to send a ball into the box. Only Kyle Robinson, at least of Skyview, was in the vicinity. Now we're going to pause play here. There's a Skyview player that went down. He got hurt. Looked like some inadvertent contact. He gets up for after the play was stopped, he gets up. He's limping. That's Ben Taylor for Skyview. He's going to sub out. Trainer from the Ridgeline side coming to attend to him. Taylor looks frustrated. He thought he got kicked or something. He's frustrated. He was gesturing over to the Ridgeline bench. At least over to the Ridgeline sideline. Saying, yeah, somebody kicked me. But the drop ball after the start of play, kicked away by Ridgeline, but then recovered for a second by Skyview. They sent a long ball in trying to find Kyle Robinson, who's got the one goal for Skyview, but there was nothing going for him there. Ridgeline takes over. 11 minutes to go in this game. We're still level. Now, ball stolen. Ryan Johnson, he's got to break in on goal. He kicks it, and it's in. Great job by Ryan Johnson. He scores a goal. 10 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Ryan Johnson has given his team back the lead. We stopped the clock officially at 10:49. Absolutely great run there from Ryan Johnson. That's only the third time all season that Skyview has given up multiple goals in a single game. For a moment, maybe Skyview thought they had a chance to take this into overtime, maybe take it to a shootout, have a chance there. But no, Ridgeline, keeping on the pressure, manages to get another shot. And they had a chance there for a second, and then they committed a foul. Trent Godfrey going to get a talking to. This referee's been more keen to give talking tos than yellow cards. But this hasn't been a very chippy game. He's not needed to wrestle control of this game. Now, so Skyview with the ball just inside their own half, trying to kick it into the box, but headed away. Trying to find Robinson on a through ball, but Ridgeline sniffing it out, clearing it out. Ridgeline with the ball. Playing long, trying to find a counterattack, but Skyview easily, almost heading it out, but they actually recover it before it goes out. And then they lose possession with a bit of a poor pass. Godfrey has it in the middle. Gives to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson trying to chip a ball over the back line. Didn't get enough under it. It's headed away by Skyview. Now they play it long. Robinson taps it down. Sends it forward for Boto, but Ridgeline gets it first. Then off the clear, Robinson, he sent it up to Boto, and then Boto, he tried to send a cross/through ball in. Ridgeline clears it out. But Skyview retains possession. 9 minutes to go. Ridgeline with a 2-1 lead now. Moments ago, getting their second goal of the game off Ryan Johnson. Cross into the middle from Skyview, goes straight to Ryan Johnson. Now they're going to try and play a quick counterattack here. Now from Ivan Leon to Johnson. Now they're going to play it back to Flygar. Still on this near sideline, now playing it in toward the middle. And Boto nearly steals it away. Ridgeline weren't on top of their toes as far as tracking down that pass. But now Johnson has on the left wing. He's got a couple of options. Sends it into the middle. Through ball. Johnson has it again. He's breaking it on goal. Pretty much the same spot. Tries to send a cross in. Ridgeline thought there was a foul, but the defender certainly played the ball. It's going to be a corner. Johnson had a break down the exact same lane he was going when he scored that first goal, and if I was more attentive, I would have hit replay for you find people watching on CashValleyDaily.com. But it was right down that same lane. He ended up going farther. He took the shot from about partway in the box. Keeper came off his line. He was able to chip over him. Corner played in. As I was speaking, Quade Horman jumps up, grabs the ball. His throw goes a little too long. Almost perfect for a bit of a counterattack. But it goes out of bounds. 7.5 minutes remain. Ridgeline on the verge of being able to park the bus here. Or they may keep being aggressive. It's worked for them so far. Now Skyview trying to reverse field. Ends up losing the ball out of bounds. Off some pressure from Dax Flygar. He forced Zeke Taylor to kind of misplay the ball and put it out of bounds. Now throw in from Flygar. Gives to Olsen. Olsen plays it back. Ridgeline going to build. Flygar wants it back. He feels like he's open. He can play up from the left side. Trying to signal to somebody. Keeper finally sends it over to Flygar. Although now he's pressured. Multiple Skyview players converge on him. Tap the ball away momentarily. But a good play there from Olsen. Gets the ball back for Ridgeline. Now Godfrey plays it over to the far sideline. 6.5 minutes remaining. 2-1 for Ridgeline. They tried to do a bit of a give and go in the middle. Lost it for a second and then got it back from Skyview. And then a clear from Ridgeline goes to Skyview. And then a 50-50 ball kicked out of bounds by Ridgeline. Sub for Skyview. We had subs a moment ago. I didn't quite get to them. And here we have Skyview being told they have to sub the right way. Have to go out the on their own sideline. 5:45 to go here in the game. Skyview trying to overcome a goal they gave up just 4 minutes ago. Ridgeline had a counterattack for a second. They stole the inbound from Skyview. Then Skyview gets it back, trying to play it forward. That ball flies all the way through to the Ridgeline back line. Played back to the keeper. Skyview trying to apply pressure. Now they lose the ball in the attacking third. Kyle Robinson crosses it in from the box. Oh, nearly kicked in, or nearly an attempt to kick it from Boto. Oh, they're going to say he committed a foul while trying to kick that ball. Looked like he was trying to make a play on the ball, commits a foul. That's how the referee saw it. So we cross under 5 minutes to play here. It's Ridgeline taking the ball off the free kick. Jenkins trying to send it forward, but has it deflected right back to his feet. Jenkins now making a run, trying to play a ball forward for Johnson. Johnson trying to beat the defense. There's a push, and the referee, he's going to... Who did he give that yellow card to? He gave it to Johnson. I thought he got fouled. There was almost a chance there could have been a penalty. There was shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Johnson went down harder. Ridgeline's certainly not happy about that. They thought for a second they might be getting a penalty, but instead, Johnson's going to get a yellow. 4:35 to go here in the game. That could have been an absolute dagger. Instead, Skyview remains alive. 4.5 minutes to play, as I said. They're down 2-1. Skyview with the throw-in. Throwing it in long up the near sideline, but Ridgeline gets a hold of it. Trying to advance it. Ball deflected right back into Flygar's feet, but then as he advances, the ball's kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be a Skyview throw-in. Ridgeline not happy about that, and referee's going to stop the play for a second. He's going to have a chat with the coach. He's getting a lot of guff from the... He's getting a lot of guff from the fans, maybe the coach. And the coach is actually... I think the referee was hearing something from the stands, and he was done with it. Told the coach to address the fans. The coach came and said something. Rich Alexander just said something temporarily. But the game is still going, and Ridgeline has the ball trying to get a counterattack. Ball's deflected by Skyview for a moment, but Ridgeline again on the attack. Turning the corner, trying to send a cross in there. There's nobody in the first wave. The cross goes all the way through the Skyview defense. And then on the left wing, I believe that's Godfrey. He almost had a chance to go for it after the ball came all the way from the far sideline. There's a momentary pause as the assistant went to the talk to the head referee. Nothing appears to change. Now, long ball played towards Boto, but it's recovered by Ridgeline. Ridgeline with the ball, trying to advance it. They've not parked the bus at all. They're still playing aggressive. They're up 1. They're looking to go up 3-1. Instead of just 2-1. 3 minutes to go here as they look to retain at least a tie for first place with potentially Green Canyon and Mountain Crest. Depending on the results of Green Canyon and Mountain Crest in their games. They're not playing each other, so there's a possibility both lose or both win. Quade Horman came off his line to clear that one out of bounds. 2.5 minutes to go here. Time very quickly running out. Or I suppose at the same rate it always was, but feels quicker since there's only 2.5 minutes to go here. Ridgeline taking its time throwing it in. They throw it in toward the corner. Now playing a cross in, but that cross just was deflected. Looked like it bent out of bounds, but then it turns out it was deflected out of bounds. It's hard to see from my angle. So corner here for Ridgeline. They're going to play it short, and now they're going to just kind of hide in the corner there, trying to keep the ball. And referee's going to call a foul on them, or either a foul or a throw-in. 1:40 to go here. Time running out. Skyview, don't know if they're going to play this ball short. It's basically by their own corner flag. They're wasting time getting this kickoff. Now they play it long, and it went out of bounds. So Ridgeline with the throw-in. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Ridgeline looking more and more like they got this one in the bag. All they got to do is delay time. Ridgeline with the ball, feeding into the corner, cross in. Horman coming off his line to catch it. He's going to try and deliver this one quick. Drop kick over halfway. We've crossed under a minute to go. Boto trying to chase it down. Ridgeline getting there first. So they're going to back it all the way up to the end line. Then clear it up. Skyview going to get it. 45 seconds to go. They're going to get basically one more good look at this. Playing it long and grabbed by Diego Yuseshi. 30 seconds to go. Drop kick over the halfway mark. Ridgeline recovers the header down. Now Skyview takes it. Trying to get one last counterattack. 20 seconds. Fighting past the defense. Foul committed by Skyview. And that's going to end it. And a yellow card. Time stops for a moment. 11 seconds. As Ben Taylor, frustrated at that yellow card. I think the yellow card was more for dissent than it was for the initial foul. But that'll pretty much do it. There's not really going to be enough time for Skyview to bring this ball up. All Ridgeline has to do is boot it as hard as they can toward the Skyview end line. That's what Dax Flygar is going to do. And Ridgeline has the ball. They have it in the attacking third. Going to take one last shot. It's going to go just over the goal for one last addition to the stat sheet. And Ridgeline, they're going to come away with the victory here. 2-1 over the Skyview Bobcats. Revenge for a 2-0 loss in Smithfield earlier this year. Ridgeline going to stay in at least a tie for first place in Region 11, keeping their Region 11 title hopes very much alive. They wouldn't have died if they'd have lost this game. They certainly would have taken a hit. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have some final analysis here on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com, and then we'll sign off. We'll be back after this.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremont is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castolite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
All right, here we are. Final score in this one. We're back here. As we've already reached our final. Ridgeline 2, Skyview 1. Riverhawks getting the revenge on the Bobcats, beating them 2-0 in Smithfield. And Ridgeline going to stay in at least a tie for first place in Region 11 with either or both of Green Canyon and Mountain Crest. There's a possibility if Green Canyon and Mountain Crest both lost today that Ridgeline could take sole possession of first place, but that's unlikely. But either way, Skyview's Region 11 title hopes probably died today with this loss. They would have certainly had a chance, an outside shot, but at least a chance. But with this loss, it just not going to work out for them most likely. There's a lot of things would have to go their way. But anyway, the goals, just kind of the summary here. Really exciting, just kind of back and forth. Ridgeline getting a goal. About 24 minutes into the first half, they got Trent Godfrey getting the goal off a set piece, chipped ball, basically a set piece from basically the middle of the field, 40 yards out from goal. Chipped up, headed in by Trent Godfrey. That took them into halftime, 1-0. And then, let's see, about 12 12, 13 minutes into the second half, Skyview got an equalizer. Kyle Robinson making a run in from goal from about the top right corner of the box from Skyview's perspective, sent into the bottom left corner of the goal, and kind of catching the keeper off guard a little bit. I don't think he thought it was on frame, just snuck into that bottom left corner, equalized, and for about another 17, 18 minutes, it looked like there was certainly a chance this game goes to overtime. Though with about 11 minutes remaining in the game, Ridgeline gets a goal from Ryan Johnson, who makes a run right up the left side of the field, just inside the box, and from the kind of left middle part of the box, puts a shot just under the crossbar, middle part of the goal, chips over the keeper, gets it underneath the crossbar, gets what would become the game-winning goal here. And so Ridgeline, as I said, staying at the top at the very least of the Region 11 standings. But thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast, brought to you by CashValleyDaily.com, broadcast on CashValleyDaily.com and KLZX 107.7. Thank you so much for listening. I've been Jason Walker. Congratulations to the Riverhawks for today's victory. Have a good night, everyone.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support from Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Catch the replay of tonight's game on CashValleyDaily.com.